Hi, welcome back to Blue Mountain Bushcraft and Outdoors. Today's video is just going to be a quick tip on how to sharpen your large blades out in the field. Stay tuned. Okay guys, like I said, this is just a real quick tip video. This is actually in response to one of you guys, one of the viewers that had asked me a question on how I personally do this. Now, there's a ton of different ways that you can sharpen your stuff out in the field, and it really just comes down to a matter of personal preference. So there's all sorts of different products out there. You know, a lot of the Schrade survival knives come with these little diamond plate sharpeners. There are different types of ceramic rods. This is from a Spyderco triangle sharp maker. There's just your plain round ceramic rods. There are carbide sharpeners such as this, which also do a great job at striking a ferro rod. And then there is one of my favorites, which I'll actually show you here in a second. Hold on. Okay, so one of my favorite sharpeners to use out in the field, and actually I use it quite a bit at home too, is built into a holder in the back of my Tops to Home sheath. All right, this was made for me by Gary over at C2G Fab. If you're looking for high quality Kydex gear, look no further. Gary does great work. But in any case, he built this little sleeve in. Doesn't take up any room, and it holds my Falkniven DC4. The DC4 has a diamond plate on the front and a sapphire ceramic stone that makes up the bulk of it. These things do a terrific job. And so oftentimes at home I'll use a larger Benchstone. I have water stones that I use frequently, but those are big, they're bulky, and they don't translate well out in the field. So for field sharpening, I really like this little Falkniven DC4. And for smaller knives, it's not a problem. I can usually hold it here in my hand, set my angle, and hone my edge. But with these big knives, that kind of tends to be a problem. You have to really make sure your knuckles and fingers and everything is out of the way, and it's difficult, at least I find it difficult, to move a blade of this size around the stone and maintain enough control that you're not going to take slices off your fingers. So I've come up with a different way of doing things. Okay, so when I'm out in the field, like I said, it's difficult to maneuver a big knife like this around a small stone that you have to hold in your hand. So what I will oftentimes do is find a spot, and I apologize because this is a little awkward trying to do this on the video. Find a spot where you can rest the knife. Find your angle. Instead of moving the knife around the stove, move the stone around the knife. What I do is I'll just tilt that stone until I feel the apex of that angle, or apex of the edge, contact the stone. And you can see it if you're looking. Will be just a little bit of shadow in between the edge and the stone. As soon as that disappears, you've got the right angle. And from there, it's just a matter of following it and honing your edge. Same thing on the other side. Find your angle. hone your edge. And I find that method works really well for me when dealing with these bigger knives. Alright guys, using this technique in the field is probably a little easier done than it is demonstrated. Basically, all you need to do is find a spot where you have clear access to your edge, immobilize the knife, place where you can rest it, find your angle. Even if you just want to do it on your chest like this, it's doable. And hone the edge. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't have a feel for this yet, your great big expensive survival knife is probably not what you want to practice on. So go to Walmart, Target, or wherever, the dollar store, get yourself a cheap knife, one of the big kitchen knives. Get yourself your sharpener of choice. Like I said, I really like the DC4, but you can use whatever you want. And practice. Practice on that until you can feel the resistance that you get when you have the angle set properly, and you'll actually be able to hear the difference as well. So it's really just a matter of feel. So get yourself a cheap knife, get yourself your sharpener of choice, practice up, and in no time at all, you'll be able to use small tools like this to maintain your big blades out in the field. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for taking the time to be with me. I hope some of you might have found this helpful. If you liked the video, do me a favor, click the thumbs up, leave some comments down below if you have some ways of keeping your knives maintained out in the field that I haven't talked about. I'd love to hear about it. I always learn something from you every time I post a video. So, thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye.